on legwork.
Miss McCarran?
So I understand that you're having some problems with your insurance.
I have AIDS.
I'm looking for this guy.
Is your client too sick to do the looking for himself?
Yeah.
First, you have to find somebody you even like.
Not easy.
And on top of all that, you have to wonder, are you going to die if you sleep with them?
Claire, you want to make love?
After all, you were the avenging angel, prosecuting the wicked, putting them away.
At least for a day or two.
Spending long hours in the yellowing criminal courtrooms of New York City. Or the Spartan quarters of the DA's office. Me, I was at Wagner and Lombard. Surrounded by mahogany, Persian rugs.
I'm so sorry.
Preparing corporate monsters for battle. Overworked, bored. Then Lombard wanted me to handle some personal real estate crap for him. He sold his house in Greenwich and he bought a new one. I swear, I politely refused. He insisted. It went back and forth until it got unpolite. I finally lost it.
And that's when you threw the Ming vase out the window. And it hit the cop.
Missed the cop. Just a plant in a clay dish. Ugly plant.
Avenging angel, that's it. That's it. Working for the City Planning Commission. You must be up against one of those biggies you used to represent.
Listen, I love the role of hero. That's not exactly the whole truth.
Well, what's the truth?
So I'm going to tell you a secret. It's the dirtiest secret I have. But it involves leaving. Think you can handle it?
I hope so.
It usually doesn't take this long. I've got 3 locks. One's new.
Remember being 17, standing outside your parents' door?
Uh-huh. I kind of remember being
Shorter, but I remember. It's getting stuck. Let me try again. Oh. Sorry.
Well, it certainly was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for a lovely evening.
Oh, I'm glad one of us had a good time. That was a joke.
Do you have a lot of work tomorrow?
Not enough.
Well, I'll call you in the afternoon.
Good. I have an answering machine. You can leave a message and I'll call you back. In fact, I sound just like an answering machine now, so...
I don't know. Sounds pretty good to me. I mean, the voice. I like the way it breaks a little. It's very nice. It's perfect. Good night.
Good night.
I'm telling you, both this guy and his wife, swore that they saw Lazetsky drop kick at least 3 cabs on the block. And everybody else that was questioned said he was a major 4-letter word.
As in love is just a 4-letter word? That's a famous country western tune, Willie.
I never heard that one. But speaking of the L word, how was last night?
The party. It was great. You were there. I usually hate parties.
And the guy you left with, Ben, whatever, where'd you go?
Oh, him. Oh, well, we walked through the village, and he played the saxophone.
While you were walking.
No. And this little club called 87.
Oh.
I had a good time.
You lie like a rug. You had a great time.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, Ms. McCarran, I have not seen you like this for quite some time.
Well, enough about me. What about you, that guy that you were with the long hair? Did we leave with him?
We did. We needed a ride home, and that's all we needed.
That's up for discussion. But another time. Boy, times sure have changed, huh? I mean, I don't think that we were particularly wild or anything.
Oh, I was wilder than you were.
Fine, you win the wild contest.
Remember that guy with the houseboat?
I remember hearing about him. My point is that I think that there's even a lot today that you wouldn't do.
Oh, definitely. Are you working today?
I have a meeting on a new job. Joe Miller recommended me. So it's got to do with health insurance.
So when do I get more information on this Ben person?
Well, you were the one that said you were real busy. I only had 20 minutes, so.
Yeah, but Claire.
We'll talk, babe. Your people call my people. It'll be great. Bye-bye, see ya.
Hey, this is really something, isn't it?
Nah.
Yes?
I'm here to see Steve Amati.
Are you a relative?
No, we have a business appointment.
Oh, that.
This president in search of power, have a question you want answered. Think of this.
Visitor. Miss McCarran?
Yes.
Steve Amati, please.
Thank you. Thank you. So, I understand you're having some problems with your insurance.
Not exactly.
That's what you said over the telephone.
Look, I got your name from my attorney, Joe Miller. He also gave me the name of another private investigator.
That's normal.
It was someone who works for a large agency. Guy had a voice like Humphrey Bogart. But when he heard what I wanted him to do, he just hung up the phone.
Well, if it's something illegal.
I have AIDS, Miss McCarran. That's what this is all about. This used to be a residence hotel. The Living with AIDS Coalition took it over some time ago so others would have a more comfortable, humane...
The hospice.
There are professional people who come in, of course, but mainly we take care of each other. Hi, honey. Looking good.
I don't understand what you need a detective for.
Stuart and I have been together for 4 years now. But before I met him, obviously, I spent time with other men. They've all been told, all except one.
You want me to find him?
I want you to try. Make every effort. If you succeed, I'll make the phone call. That's the pact I made with myself. He was married. He called himself Max when he was with me. I never knew where he lived, not even what he did for a living. I was in love with this man, and I never knew his real name.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, it's almost 5 years ago. I should be over it, right?
No.
you give it a try?
Missing persons are very tough cases. In 5 years, that's an awfully long time.
You do understand what's at stake. He could be a carrier, perfectly healthy, but spreading the disease.
I'll need to know where you met him and the places that you spent time.
Oh, we only went to gay establishments. That way, we wouldn't run into anyone he knew. Joe told me your fee is $500 a day plus expenses.
That's what I usually charge, yeah.
Well, that's fine. How many days do you think we should allow?
Well, normal procedure is to give the client an update, review progress, and periodically decide if it's worth pursuing.
Yeah, well, normal procedure. I think we better set a flat fee. I've written out a check. Most people are financially devastated by this disease. I'm one of the lucky ones. Will that be enough?
No, it's fine, yeah. What kind of work did you do?
I'm an English teacher. Stuart teaches math. We were in the same high school. That's how we met.
And is Stuart sick, too?
There are a lot of people who are skinny and very healthy. He's fine.
Well, I'll do what I can.
Will you?
You have my word.
You know my friend Ray?
The one from college?
Yeah, with the gray shoes. He died 3 months after he was diagnosed. 28 years old.
It's one thing to read about it in the papers and see it on TV, but dealing with it close up, it's devastating. It's also an unavoidable part of our lives now.
And I hate it. It's too complicated. I mean, first you have to find somebody you even like, let alone maybe be attracted to, right?
Not easy.
Not easy. Then you have to decide if he can talk.
Or if he's threatened because you can.
And then there's the issue of, is he threatened by your job?
Who isn't?
And on top of all that, before all that now, you have to wonder, are you going to die if you sleep with him?
More wine, Willie?
Yeah. Mind if I do? Thanks.
I have something I can play for you.
Yeah?
Hi, Claire. I had a good time last night, and I'd like to have a good time tonight, so I thought maybe you'd let me cook you dinner. Call me, 555-8291. I won't be home until 8, but my machine will be on. Call me.
So I guess my time's about up.
No, I don't have to be there till 8:30. It's only 7 now. Stay.
Was that him playing the sax?
Yeah. Yeah. Want to hear it again?
I don't understand. It's like there was a bomb in the marinara.
Do you do a lot of cooking?
Trying to do more. You think it's a good idea?
Oh, yeah.
Could you give me a bowl for the vegetables?
Okay.
And a platter for the fish. There's only one.
Not for a quasi-serious chef. You don't have a lot of kitchen stuff.
Yeah, well, Nina, my ex-girlfriend, she cleaned me out. She bought everything for the kitchen, so she took it all when she left.
Was that her idea or yours?
Well, it wasn't so much an idea as it was a necessity. In the immortal words of B.B. King, the thrill was gone. Now, would you like some music?
Yeah.
Why don't you choose something?
Okay. So, when did the thrill leave?
Before she did. She left about a month ago. We were together for about 2 years. It was not a friendly break. Kind of like the marinara explosion. Only a lot harder to clean up. Thank you. So how's the fish?
Fish is good. The sauce. No, I think it's these little pieces of paper towel that make it really special.
Yeah. Well, every artist has a signature. So, how was the meeting this morning? Not good, huh?
A young man is dying of AIDS. He's hired me to try and find his ex-lover so that he can alert him. The man he wants me to find is married with kids.
I used to play with this bass player from Chicago. He was fantastic. Well, you know the end of the story. I still think of him. I don't know, it just seems like in these times, whether you're healthy or not, it's really important to believe in something. I mean, really believe in something.
Steve said the same thing.
Steve?
Yeah, it's my new client. I am some fun date, aren't I?
In all honesty, you're a drag.
Thank you.
But because I feel sorry for you and I made you eat paper towels, I feel responsible for cheering you up. So, I'm going to take you bowling. Great to see you, Nina. Thanks for calling. Nina, this is Claire.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry, but I was in the neighborhood and I need my Henry James books for tomorrow's class.
I thought you had all your books.
I'm leaving. I have to work, so it's...
No, there's no need to do that. I'm almost gone. Do you have the coffee grinder?
No.
Well, I guess then I have it somewhere. It was nice meeting you.
Likewise.
Bye.
I hope she sits on that coffee grinder. Hey, well, I'm a fun date, too.
Thanks.
So what's this about work?
I have to work.
Hey, well, there's a weekend coming up. Maybe we can get together without my ex-girlfriend. Or with her.
I don't know. You promise not to cook?
It's very funny.
Get some kind of training. No, I don't know what it was. I'll never think of this. I'm not the one that's gonna get some more beer here.
You sure you're in the right place?
Scotch, neat. I'm looking for this guy.
Why are you looking for him?
Because I have something real important I have to tell him.
No one I know. Let me get Jake. He's been here forever.
Jake, it's
This woman's looking for some guy. You wouldn't be from Manhattan, Kansas.
Raymond Chandler, the little sister.
Very good.
Actually, I'm more Philip Marlowe. I'm a private investigator, and I'm looking for this guy. He hung out here like 5 years ago.
If I did know him, I don't know.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can I ask what this is about?
Yeah, I'm looking for this guy.
Are you looking for grounds for divorce?
No, I'm a private investigator. He's married, but I'm not working for his wife.
Is your client too sick to do the looking for himself?
Yeah. You know what, guys? I could use a little help.
Let me see the picture. Oh, yeah. Remember him, Alan?
Suburban cowboy.
You know him?
Not really, but you know who I think spent a lot of time with him? Bill Harris. Remember? See, he used to work at a restaurant downtown, waiting tables.
The Cuban Chinese place, yeah. The one with the grotesque palm tree in the window.
Where was it?
Broadway on 4th.
Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it.
Maybe he'll be lucky.
Maybe.
I bet you're here to meet Mr. Bartok. He's been waiting for you.
I don't know, Mr. Bartok.
Oh. One for lunch, then?
No, thank you. No, actually, I'd like to speak to the manager.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not hiring. I'm the manager.
Oh, I don't want a job. I'm looking for a waiter. Bill Harris, he works here.
Oh, that was a couple of years ago, 2 years ago. I don't know where he's working now.
Well, do you have an address? A social security number or an IRS form?
To tell the truth, those files, I throw them away after a year. Otherwise, I'd be buried in paper. I'm sorry.
It's all right. No, thank you. If you do get any information on him, would you let me know? I really need to reach Bill.
Private investigator. You know, I hear a lot of women are getting into that business. I imagine that's exhilarating.
Yeah. Thanks.
So what's the problem?
I'll show you. Got this new case. It's a missing persons, and man, it's like the classic needle in a haystack. I'm trying to find this guy who may know the man I'm looking for who has AIDS.
AIDS? I don't like it, Claire.
Well, you can't get it from being in the same room with the people, or we'd all have to stay out of subways and buses and restaurants and police stations.
Don't lecture me. Every day you read about things like lab technicians getting it from blood samples they're working with, or nurses getting it because they had a cut finger.
Right, so let's stay away from all those paper clips and subway straps and buses and restaurants and mosquitoes.
Hey, wait a minute. From what I've read, mosquitoes may not be that far-fetched. And even if they are, the truth is, nobody knows, Claire. There's a lot more to be learned about this. And people are scared.
My client is dying of it. He's a young guy, and he's really bright. He's funny. It's got me crazy.
Then it's going well, right? What's that for?
I So it's really great to be excited about somebody again. I thought I was numb, but it's all clouded over with my work, with the case I'm working on.
So what are you gonna do? As in, bed?
I don't know. What do you do about it, Willie, huh? I mean, when do you ask the personal history questions? On the way to the bedroom? Before or after you take your shirt off? Or maybe over cocktails or before dessert?
I think you're overreacting, Claire.
Just how the hell are you supposed to ask these questions without losing any romance that might have been? I mean, do you say, can I have your sexual resume or I'll stick my head in the oven?
You know, that's all comparatively easy, Claire. Where do you get to the part about the, you know...
No, please. Willie, I cannot do it. The equipment part, not now. I'm not ready, okay? Okay?
Yeah, okay, all right, I know. I always feel like I'm giving a lecture on sex education. So, what kind of questions has he asked you?
He wants to know what's the best line I ever heard. You know what a guy said to me?
And what'd you say?
What's the best one you ever heard?
I can only think of the worst. And all I remember is it involved the words love slave.
Excuse me, would you mind taking care of this now? I have to leave. I have a commercial shoot uptown.
Really?
Yeah, it's a national. I'm playing an antihistamine.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Have a receipt?
You bet.
Do you remember when waiters were just waiters? You know, guys in little black jackets with union buttons on their lapels. Now they're all shooting commercials or wishing they were shooting commercials.
Wait a minute. What if the waiter I'm looking for, what if he's an actor? Hello? Would Actors Equity know where I could find an actor named Bill Harris? He died? Thank you very much. It's a common name. Maybe he was 83 years old. Maybe he's a musician. Hi. I'm looking for a musician named Bill Harris. Would 802 know where I could find him? He's performing tonight? Oh, God.
See? She did it, too.
I swore I wouldn't. Yours was a little shorter than mine.
Look, if this is a bad time...
What are you gonna do? Wait for a good one?
You're the detective?
Yeah.
Well, you've got a liar for a client. This louse who calls himself my brother assured me you would look just like I thought you would.
Yeah.
You need anything?
Razor blades are too messy. Sleeping pills too boring. I'll settle for that book you were touting.
Well, I'll see you in about a half hour. Okay, big brother?
You're the big brother now, kid. You think you can handle it?
I can handle anything but that.
You're doing pretty well, actually.
You believe him? Trying to take care of me?
Brothers tend to do that.
Hey. Hey. We weren't even that close until I came out. My mother went a little crazy. Russ ran a lot of interference. This a progress report? Or do I have a call to make?
This is a big maybe.
Come on, Claire. You're telling me you don't solve all your cases?
Uh-huh. Let me give you the plot of the big maybe. I went to the works, which led to the possibility that maybe there's this guy who maybe had an affair with the same person, and I'm trying to track him down.
It's hard to believe other people out there had the same bad judgment as me.
Oh, please. Let me tell you about this guy that I was seeing for a while. 10 days running, he sends me flowers every day. So like 2 weeks into it, I went to his office. There's his fiancée. She's just back from Europe.
What'd you tell her?
Oh, I was there on business. What do you think? I told her.
At least he didn't invite you to the wedding.
Oh, yes, he did. I brought you something. It's my favorite. It's about a detective that reopens the case of Richard III.
Did he really murder the two nephews?
I'll never tell.
Oh, be that way.
So look, I'm gonna see this guy tonight, and then we'll see what happens.
We live and hope.
Yeah.
I've got a crush, my baby, on you. Yeah, I've got a crush, my baby, on you.
Thank you. I love it. I love it. Thank you.
Excuse me, Bill.
Oh, wait. I saw you out there tonight. Wait, don't tell me. You are a talent booker from The Tonight Show.
No.
An agent from IC.
No,
Please.
I'm sorry. I'm a private investigator. And my name is Claire McCarran. Would you sit down for a minute, please?
Sure. Hello. Hello. Hey, what is this? A fancy kind of debt collection?
No, I'm looking for someone. And I understand you may know who he is.
Oh.
You recognize this man?
Who's ever looking, they're better off if they don't find him.
And you know who he is?
He says, I'm in love with you. Not, hey, I like the way you play the piano. Come home with me. He says everything that you've ever wanted someone to say. And then he lies and lies and lies. And you realize that he knows everything about you and you know nothing about him. Well, I found out. I followed him.
Who is he?
His name is Christopher Alsop. He works at Benson Guarantee Trust.
Uh-huh. Where does he live?
In Scarsdale. 2 children, 2 cars, and a Cocker Spaniel. You look uncomfortable.
I am.
He also has a little pied-à-terre in the village where he occasionally hangs his hat.
There's something I have to tell you.
Oh, let me guess.
I was hired by Mr. Alsop's lover.
Look, you're not doing this right. In terms of what you're here for, it's only important if the guy predated me.
He does. I'm sorry, but he does.
Another close call. Well, I had the test taken long enough after. I would have shown up by then. Condoms and spermicide ever since. It has an effect. Believe me, anything that has an effect is very, very important. I mean, what did I know from condoms?
So I guess you don't want to go hear some music.
I don't know.
Might be just what you need. We've had 2 amazing evenings so far for budding romance. First, my ex-girlfriend drops in on the candlelight dinner. Tonight. Hey, Ben, come on out with me. We can go hear this singer. Tell him maybe he's dying. Some enchanted evenings.
Well, I'm sorry. Are you angry with me? Well, what's the matter?
Tonight, you... timing.
Oh, gee, I thought it was something important. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm nervous, so I say stupid things. That maybe I should just... I like you, so... I should go home.
You want to go home?
Well, you felt that it wasn't the most romantic.
Right. In fact, I'd say it's the polar opposite of romantic.
Fine.
Figurative cold shower of life. But I'm not the one who's asking to go home now, am I?
If I go home now, will you ever call me again?
Ask me again. Come on, Bozo. Get your cab. We can shake hands goodnight.
I am not even ready to talk about that yet, okay?
Can one of his assistants help you?
No, it's a very confidential matter.
I'm sorry, the earliest we could schedule an appointment is a week from
2 minutes. It'll take 2
I'm
minutes.
sorry.
I'm at lunch. Afternoon.
Okay.
Mr. Alsop,
Yes.
are you the Christopher Alsop that used to live in Harrison, New York?
I'm sorry. That's the other one. I'm the Scarsdale Christopher Olson.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. It happens once or twice a year.
What does?
Mistake like the one you made. But usually I just get his mail or a phone call. You're not a process server, I hope.
Inheritance matter.
Why is it the other guy is always a lucky one? I hope you find him. I hate to see good money go astray.
Thank you.
This information.
Let me call. I will call back and confirm that as soon as I hear from
Much
Mr.
lower,
Baxter. All right?
including.
I have some news that just might cheer him up. Is he awake? Oh, no.
This morning,
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, Russ.
I know you only knew him briefly. Would you like me to call you when the funeral arrangements are made?
Please. Please, Steve really gave me much more money than was necessary. I'd like to give it back.
The estate's going to be eaten by medical bills. He told me it was a flat fee.
What I'd like to...
You're going to earn that money, I think.
Why don't I make a donation?
That'd be very kind.
Okay. Okay.
Look, I don't understand. This afternoon you were looking for the other Christopher Alsop.
Right.
I thought I made that quite clear.
I lied to you.
Oh, well. In that case, you'd better explain yourself very quickly.
I'm a private investigator. It might be a good idea if you gave me a little time to explain.
Yes, and it might be a good idea if you just packed up and left.
I was hired by a man named Steve Amati.
Oh. Well, you're in a wonderful business, aren't you? Tell me something. What gives you the right to come into this office and delve into the most private and most personal matters?
Please, just give me a little time. You are making this very difficult.
And why Steve's sudden interest? Tell me. Look, there's something that you can do that'll make this very, very simple. You can turn around and you can leave.
The gentleman we're speaking about died this morning.
I don't understand. I thought that you said he's trying to find me.
He was.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
It doesn't mean that you have the virus. This is where you can go to be tested. You've got to tell your wife.
I can't.
Lying to yourself could cost her life. You understand that, don't you?
I don't know if I can do it.
Well, you got to do something.
I'll have the test. And I'll wait.
The wait?
Yeah.
It could take a year to 6 months for it to show up. Do you know that?
Right. The window.
So what are you going to do in the meantime? You going to just stay away from your wife? How are you going to explain that?
I don't know. How do I tell her a thing like this? Huh?
I don't know. It was incredibly difficult just to tell you this much.
I would go months. I mean, months without, and I'd have to go out. Did they tell you that I used another name?
Yeah. You know, I won't tell anyone.
Oh, I know. I felt free. I guess I wasn't.
Did you know Steve was in love with you?
I couldn't be like him. I couldn't live that kind of life.
Yeah. Well, I kind of figured that out.
God, you are right to despise me.
For what it's worth, I don't.
Thanks for the ride.
No, Mr. Alsop, like I said before, this is incredibly difficult for me. On a lot of levels. I'm no saint. This started out as a job, and it's turned into something else. I feel like I am dropping nuclear bombs on people's lives. And I can only imagine what you must feel like. Are you gonna tell her?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Good night.
Are your arms paralyzed?
What arms?
That means I have to move, right?
Yeah, here. That'll help.
I was worried about your arms.
Claire, do you want to make love?
Yeah, I do, but I'm just not ready yet. I don't know you. I just met you. I don't know enough about you. I need to know a lot more, and you need to know a lot more about me.
Yeah, a lot more.
Yeah. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah. Sexual histories. Who we've been with. When, where, how, why.
Right, all that stuff. And do you think after we get through all of that, we'll still wanna? Yeah? So, could we maybe just do this for a little while?
We can do this for hours, weeks, months.
If you say years, I'm gonna get really depressed.
I, for one, would hate to see you get depressed.
Good.
Tonight at 11:10 Central, a thrill-seeking teenager hooks up with a cowboy and gets roped into a dangerous game of cattle rustling on Lady Blue. Coming up, Cagney and Lacey bail out a drug pusher to bring down his boss. Next, here on Lifetime.